Sorry, I'll try harder.
Hello? Hey, girl. What's going on? I was just touching bases with you. Today I wanted to just go ahead and kind of tiptoe into the water of the Nolan Wells story and see what information has been released so far that we have that we can rely on as being fact and not hearsay. So I'm going to look into it and let's see what we have. Okay? Hey y'all, how are y'all doing, everybody? As you know, as you heard, I'm gonna go ahead and see what we have so far, the facts surrounding the case, and we're gonna look at it together to see what we have. And so I did pull this from People. This was updated on July 15th. There's something about the boat on July 17th, but I think we already know that he was found where the boat docked. So let's go here. Key facts, contradictions, and enduring mysteries around Nolan Wells' passing after 4th of July party. First of all, I want to say that my heart goes to the family. To the mother, I give you a big hug. To the father, I send you all the superhuman strength that I can to be a protector and the strong shoulders that your family needs at this time. So let's look at it quickly, okay? It's been nearly 2 weeks since an Independence Day celebration on an island off of the coast of Mississippi ended in tragedy, mystery, and an outcry. What do we need to know? We need to know about the death and disappearance of Nolan Wells after a 4th of July party in Mississippi. It has sparked national interest in large part because of the unanswered questions about his final hours. The 18-year-old family has said they believe race is a factor in how law enforcement is handling the case and pushed back on what they call inconsistencies in the timeline. And I have to say this to this family. You're more than likely correct. And if you have doubt, go back and look and see how other cases have been handled involving people of colors in your area. And that'll give you a general idea if you are receiving the best that law enforcement can provide. Authorities have said they didn't see signs of foul play and asked for time to be diligent in gathering all the facts, while no cause of death has yet been determined. And that is the thing with me. There's been no cause of death. There's been no autopsy release, and that's why my spidey senses are tingling, and I'm trying to not go too deeply in so that I don't get immersed and lost in this subject. You guys, if you guys don't remember Gabby went missing, and Gabby was gone, and her boyfriend had done it. And that this is the same type of timeline. So let's go. It's been nearly 2 weeks since an Independence Day celebration off an island coast of Mississippi. It ended in tragedy. The case has sparked national interest in large part because of the unanswered question about Wells' final hours. It's more than that. We're not only talking about his final hours, we're talking about how someone can leave with their friend and return and with their friends' stuff, but without their friends. Once again, think about the girl, Kanika Jenkins. She was gone. Her body was in the freezer. Her friends took her phone back to her mom. We've seen this before. Listen, there's nothing new under the sun. The 18-year-old families have said they believe that race is a factor. Wells' parents have also sharply questioned one potential explanation for what happened on July 4th, that their son went off away with his friends while at a party on Horn Island and later passed in an incident or drowning after leaving his phone behind on a boat. See, I just don't know about the phone. That, to me, the phone doesn't know. It tells so much because we literally will turn around for work for a phone because the phone is connected to our hips today. All right? Thanks to these phone companies. Rather according to his mom and dad, something more nefarious could have befallen him and been covered up. Law enforcement, for their part, has asked for time in order to be diligent in gathering all the facts. So law enforcement is asking for our patience. They have said they haven't found signs of foul play and thinks Will could have been drowned. Listen, law enforcement, we don't trust you anymore. You understand? And that is a bad reputation. So once again, like, this is such a big issue beyond just Nolan Wells. This is the issue of a country that is designed to protect a certain race of people and demean another. And you're asking for our patience and understanding when you've already shown us you're not to be trustworthy. You have to think about it as if you were dating a guy that was a cheater. Would you let that cheater go outside by himself? Really? Better yet, would you take his ass back? So basically, law enforcement, we're not even dating you. We don't even believe in you anymore. And I know that you guys will be offended by that, but that is the truth. I've called them myself, and I've felt uncomfortable in their presence, and I have the right to say that. And I say it to their face. Why are you separating? I'm a woman. Why is one officer coming from one end of my car and one coming from the other end when I called you? And you know what he said? Oh, I was coming to greet you at your door. Baby, that fake nice tone means nothing to me. A snake crawled up to a person and offered them an apple in the Bible. We've been warned of snakes from the beginning. Currents around the island can be dangerous, and some accounts say there was drinking at the party, but then Wells' family has wondered, wouldn't someone have seen him in distress in the water? Exactly. That's why I can't wrap my mind around this. I'm not. His parents is going through too much. Whatever was done to this child, the people who done it not only harmed him, they harmed a nation. Okay? They have, whoever this is that did this, whatever happened, you have the nation's full attention. Okay? Just be aware. Whatever happens in the dark, it will be discovered. Both an independent and an official autopsy are pending. Few details have been confirmed by either the official investigation or the parallel investigation being conducted by Wells' family, which has raised more than $650,000. Now, my thing is this right here. If they say he drowned, but he come back with broken arm, broken leg, a broken neck, damaged body parts, that is going to send everyone over the edge. Because if you can't trust people who you leave to go have a good time with, who can you trust? This is an issue of trust. Friendship, my definition, built on two things, respect and trust. Both elements have to be there, and it has to be mutual. You can respect someone, but if you don't have trust, the friendship will crumble. So the way that my mind is wrapping around this is Nolan Wells left his house with people that he trusted, that he felt that he could be himself around, which is very rare. And these are people he grew up around, and something happened. I'm not going any further because I could not imagine his final hours if he was betrayed by people he trusted. Because we all live in a world where we have to put our trust in people every day. When you get in the Uber driver's car, you're trusting that person with your life. When you're getting on the bus, you're trusting the bus driver. When you're giving your money to the bank, you trust in the bank. When they gave their child to these people to go on a boat, them parents trusted their child will return home. Okay? So I'm not going to talk to anyone like they're not intelligent. You know what trust is. Now we're going to get to the question, when was Nolan Wells last seen and what was he doing? A community college student. So a community college student and football player in Jackson County, Mississippi, Nolan Wells had grown with some friends to Horn Island for a 4th of July celebration. A party that had numerous people at it. Video from that day shows approximately 100 people in the sand and surf, and Wells' family attorney had said there were 200 gathered. Wells took a boat with some friends, which was typical. His parents didn't expect to hear from him that day during what they considered a last hurrah before he went back to school for football training. And plus, he was going on 19. He was adulting. According to Ashley Cole, a local judge, her son, Warren, last saw Wells around 3 p.m. local time on the island that Saturday. Cole said Warren left about 4:30 p.m. because the boat he was on began taking on water and experiencing problems with its bilge pump. Wells was photographed holding an alcohol drink, and a friend has described that party as getting rowdier over time, though it's not clear what Wells himself was intoxicated. Well, I'm going to say this. If he was holding it, then he probably was sipping it. I ain't lying. My understanding is that even though there were pictures of the boys drinking beer and stuff, Nolan's blood alcohol level was not at an intoxicated level. Brian Trasher's vice president and spokesman for the United Cajun Navy, which assisted in the search for Wells, has told people